What's going on, guys? So today I'm here to talk to you guys about not having enough time. And you guys clicked on the title of the video, you already know that that's what this video is about. So where I'm going with this is that for the first time ever, most people do not have the excuse that I do not have enough time to do anything. Everyone's sitting around, we feel like we have too much time. That's what a lot of people feel like, especially you're unable to work, etc. It sucks. And I'm in the same situation. You have more time on your hands than you know what to do with. And what most people tend to get into when they have too much time on their hands is that they do nothing. Their time's consumed with watching Netflix, I don't know, browsing social media, sleeping more, stuff like that. And we tend to get into a spiral and people will get depressed. That's how human nature works. You don't have anything to wake up to do. You don't feel productive, etc. You don't feel like you have a purpose. Life doesn't feel that great. So I'm here to talk to you guys about that. We have to change people's mindset because at the end of the day, we have more time on our hands, most of us, than we ever had. And even if you are still working, you don't really have a social life. You shouldn't be having a social life. You can't go to clubs, you can't go for restaurants, you can't go to big meetings. So even if you are working, I'm gonna say that the majority of people are working less. And you're definitely in your house more, I hope anyway. I'm definitely in my house more. So where I'm going with this is that for the first time ever, there is no excuse to not get healthy. And where I'm going with this is that we have no excuse to not get healthy. We have no excuse to not take the time to cook our food. We have no excuse to not eat less and exercise a little bit. And when I say that, I don't mean go to the gym and lift weights. That's not necessarily making you healthier. That's not what my focus is. I started biking, for instance, take up some of my time. But everybody is capable of doing something to make themselves healthier during this time. And where I'm going with this is that, unfortunately, I've seen a lot of memes and stuff on the internet, and I know they're jokes, but at the end of the day, this is where most people are at. So they're gaining weight, they're not feeling that good, and they're sleeping more. That is what most people are doing. And it's not healthy. And for the first time ever, we have the time there. You can sleep in till 9 o'clock in the morning. You can get as much sleep as you want. You can sleep midnight till 9. That's 9 hours sleep. That's more than you need. You can wake up. You can actually cook your breakfast. So you're not going out and driving through a drive-thru and spending $12 on breakfast. You can literally cook yourself 3 eggs, have a piece of toast, a piece of fruit. It's less calories and less expensive. You go through your day, you're gonna drink water, maybe, instead of maybe you're drinking less coffee because you're not sitting around doing stuff all day. I'm still drinking coffee, I like coffee. I'm not giving that up. But then, okay, mid-morning you have a snack. Okay, instead of going and getting something from a vending machine or going through a drive-thru and having a donut, you can have a piece of fruit, have some yogurt, whatever. Go on, you have lunch, okay. Well, you can make something, anything. You can have a hamburger, maybe make it home. You can have a chicken breast with rice. You have the time to do this stuff now. And throughout the day, so whatever, you eat 5-6 meals a day. 5 healthy meals. There's less calories in that than sitting down and having a bag of chips. That's where I'm going with this. And a lot of people are gonna be like, well, that's more expensive, all this stuff. It's not. Think about the amount of money that we waste every day when we're actually working. And I know that the income is less for most people, but at the same time, you have to look at how much does healthy food really cost versus crap processed food. If you buy smart, it's actually less expensive. And I'm creating a meal plan. It's going to be a $50 per week meal plan and a $100 per week meal plan. And I'm going to give it to you guys for free. I'm not going to charge for it. I typically charge for my coaching. If you want real coaching, yes, I'm still going to charge for it. But stuff like that, I'm going to create a simple grocery list. It's going to cost you between about $50 a week. And I'll have another one for 75, another one for 100. And those are pretty reasonable numbers, I think. So I'm going to put those together and I'm going to put them in a YouTube video. I'll put the links below in my next video. So make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications. But eating healthy is not more expensive if it's done properly. Like, for example, if you go buy a roast, like a chicken, and you put it in the oven, when you have rice and stuff like that, and potatoes and whole foods, it doesn't have to be expensive. And yes, it's going to be boring, but you can get healthy and you can actually feel good. So on to the next topic is alcohol. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the majority of people are drinking more alcohol than normal. I'm a prime example. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna you're at the end of a day and you're at home, you have tons of time to watch a movie with your girlfriend partner, whatever it is, sit down, have a couple beers, whatever. Like, it's almost common routine. I know it is, and if you're an exception to that, good for you. And I think that's awesome. I'm not saying that that's healthy, but I'm saying that's something that a lot more people are doing as well. So I'm not here to judge. I'm guilty of this. I'm just saying, do we need to be doing that? No, probably not. Now, so I'm just throwing that out there as an idea that why are we drinking more because of this? Well, because we have more time on our hands. Well, we can use that time for something else. We can use that time to cook food. We have that time. We can cook. I should spend that time in the evening. Maybe have a glass of wine as you're doing it. Make dinner with my girlfriend, for instance, and sit down, have a glass of wine, have a nice dinner. I get that. It's social, stuff like that. But do you have to sit down and drink 2 bottles of wine? Probably not. So that's kind of, it's just something to think about. I'm not criticizing. I have no right to. I do this. I'm doing the same thing. Last night, sat down, had a few drinks, enjoyed my Saturday night. Nothing wrong with that, I don't think. But just something to be aware of. Are we consuming more alcohol? On average, I'd say probably yes. Now, the next thing is going to be exercise. So for exercise, first thing people saying, gyms are closed. No shit, gyms are closed. The whole world's closed. So what can you do? Okay, well, where I live, I can walk outside. I can take my dog for a walk, stuff like that. Doing stuff like that. I'm biking. I'm biking outside. If you're somewhere where you don't want to go outside, you're isolated, etc. What can you do inside of your house? Well, you can do push-ups, you can do sit-ups, you can do body weight squats, you can do jump squats, you can do handstands against a wall, you can do handstand push-ups, planks. What you can do is really endless. You can run on the spot. It's going to be freaking boring. But there is tons of YouTube videos. There's Zumba classes online. My girlfriend started doing Zumba downstairs a couple times a week. Turn on a YouTube video and dance to it for 30 minutes. It's freaking hard. I tried doing it with her. I almost passed out. It's freaking difficult. There's all kinds of stuff you can do at home with limited amounts of space and limited resources. Getting jacked is not the priority right now. Gyms are opening and we eat like crap. We can all get jacked. That's not hard. Really, like, if you need help with that, I do coaching for it. But getting jacked, getting strong, not the time for it for most people right now. I'm fortunate I have a home gym, so I can still focus on that a little bit. But that's not my main priority. I want to work in other aspects of my life. I want to spend time with the people that I love. We have more time on our hands than ever before for most people. So we might as well not waste it. And that's really the only point of this video, is that we have time to learn. We have time to focus on hobbies that we feel like we never get to do. I haven't played guitar in months because I'm busy with work, and you just feel like overconsumed. You don't think about it. And right now you have 18 hours a day that you're awake, and you're sitting around your house wondering what to do. You start to realize the things that actually make you happy. And yeah, it sucks. Like, people get depressed because we can't go out, we can't do all this stuff. But at the end of the day, there's still some positive to come out of this. And the biggest thing is staying safe. And staying mentally sane is a big part of health. So focusing on anything can make that a little bit better. And that's kind of what I believe, and that's what I'm trying to do myself. And I believe me, it's a lot easier said than done. I'm not sitting here preaching. I'm not sitting here saying I'm above everybody, saying that I've got everything perfect. I'm far from perfect. But during this time, I'm trying to work on myself and focus on things that often fall to the side. All kinds of things. Even just being in touch with the way that you feel, emotions and stuff like that. Like, I know people don't want to talk with this, guys. 99% of you guys are guys, and none of you guys want to talk about emotions and all this stuff. But dig down about it and think about it. Were you actually happy before this quarantine happened? Were you actually happy with what you were doing with your life? And if the answer is no, you have the opportunity to change it. You can learn, you can do online courses, you can do all this stuff right now. And I get that resources may be limited and the financial part of that could be a struggle, but just look into it. There's a lot of free information on the internet. There's a lot of free information, YouTube videos. There's blogs. A lot of people are doing courses and stuff like that for free right now. So take a look at it and take advantage of this opportunity to get healthy and become a better person, and maybe set yourself up to have a better life when this quarantine's over. So that's really all I have to say on that. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I want you guys to comment your thoughts down below. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I appreciate all the support. I'm actually gonna go for a walk outside with my girlfriend right now, and we're gonna go for a little bit of walk and get active. So and then we're actually going to meal prep. So I appreciate all the support, and stay safe, and I will talk to you guys